Hey, Better Jungler, doing your offline review. Let's get right into it. Diana versus Kha'Zix. We're clearing down, which makes sense. Top is Malphite, which is pretty ungankable. And so we're just gonna full clear down. Looks like Kha'Zix went for a level 3 mid gank. Important to look over to see his buffs, because he could have done. Oops, sorry. He could have done Red Krugs Raptors in the mid gank. He also technically could have done Blue Gromp Wolves and then just gank from right side. Both are possible, so it's really important you pan your camera right away and see they start red or blue. It's just really important to know which side he started. And here, because you never looked over, you have no idea. He could have easily done Blue Gromp Wolves there, or he could have, I think since he's walking left, it's safe to say he did Red Krugs Raptors into mid gank. But again, you want to confirm it, right? But I think again, it's safe to say he probably is clearing up. So he's probably on his top starter now. And now he's actually going for another mid gank. So now he's actually skipping his top camp to gank mid, which is really, even if he kills him, it's really good for you because he is just going to be super behind on camps. Actually, it looks like I was right. He actually did look like he started blue. He did blue grump wolves into mid gank like this. So there you go. Q. I think you could just QE. You didn't have to go E. And now this is why tracking where he started is really, really important. Because if you realized, oh, this guy started blue, then right now he's there for 10 seconds. Instead of going for crab, you should do? You should just take his raptors. His raptors are up. He did blue gromp wolves into mid gank again. So his raptors are up or his red's up. I mean, or sorry, they're all up, right? So you could even QE over, if you didn't waste your E, you could QE over the wall and do red. Since you don't have E, I think you would just do the Raptors instead, right? And then you just skip Crab, because obviously Raptors are worth way more than Crab, so you could just do Raptors into your own Raptors, so you're not late to your Raptor spawn, right? Or you could just do Raptors into Scuttle, into base, into your top side. I think either is fine, all is fine, but I do think you not taking at least one of his bot camps here is a big a downside. I also think as well here, if you saw here when he ganked and you see him going to top side, and again if you knew that if you panned your camera earlier and saw he had blue buff, then you'd skip Gromp right now, skip blue, and you'd run straight to his Raptors right now. Because if he's going to his top side and you know his Raptors are up, why would you not go and take them, right? So that's why it's really important to pan your camera and look over, because this guy should have. This is still really good for you, but he should have definitely gotten his camps taken, in my opinion. I think this is bad. If you want to do Scuttle Crab, then skip Raptors and run straight to Scuttle. If you do Raptors, you want to do Krugs afterwards. If you do Krugs, you want to do Raptors right afterwards. These camps, you want to beat them in sync. You want them to die 10 seconds in between each other. When you do Raptors, then go Scuttle, and then go Krugs, they're like 30 seconds. And then there's a mid game, they're like Omega desynced. So I think this is a mistake. You're either going Raptors into Krugs, or you're going Scuttle, and then Raptors Krugs. You should not do one and then not the other. You get the mid gank. Good job paying attention. Go to Wolves. Go to Gromp now. Now you play to kill bot lane. He jumps in. You get a free kill. Nice. I think you should just pull the dragon. There's no reason not to. You either insta pull it or insta base. So it's either pull right now, go pull instantly right now, or just instantly base. There's only two options. I'll explain both. Option A, you know you're way stronger. How do you know? Well, you just barely hit level 6, and you've gotten 2 kills and assist. Kha'Zix hasn't. And you've done a full clear twice, and he hasn't, because you know he skipped camps in the first clear. So you know you're up camps and you're up kills. Therefore, if you just now hit 6, it's impossible that he's also 6. He must be level 5, probably at level 5.5. He's probably nowhere close to 6. So you could instantly start it, knowing that their AD carry is dead. And if the jungle shows up, he can't fight you because you're way stronger, because you have ult advantage, which is a huge advantage. Option 2 is you just instantly base as fast as possible, with the mindset of, even though I know I'm stronger right now, with this much money, if I could base by my money, let's say right now I'm double his strength. If I base by my money, I'll be triple his strength. So it's either instantly pull, knowing you're double, or insta base to spend your money so you become triple, and then you play to pull it, knowing that you're way stronger. I think either is fine. I'm not gonna say my preference, but you have to do one or the other. That you cannot do option 3, which is stay. I know you were like gonna pull it, and then you like saw pink ward and you got scared, bro. Just if you pull it out, if you pull the dragon here, right, the pink ward doesn't see the dragon. See how this wall cuts it off vision, so they have no idea. They know you're on it, but they have no idea what HP the dragon is. He can't come and smite it. Also, you also know you have empowered smite, because you barely just got your empowered smite. And again, you know you're up 2-3 camps on him, so he doesn't have empowered smite yet. His smite's still 600. So when you decide to go option B, option A, which is pulling it, and now you shouldn't pussy out. You should just keep doing it. I think pulling it, spending 30 seconds hitting ward, walking here. Like, you could, if you based earlier, you'd be on your Raptors already right now. Okay, you go for this gank. I wouldn't go for this gank. You have all 3 top cam spawning, Scuttle spawning. Even if this guy dies, I think it just like if this jungle sees you're here and takes your entire top side, takes your Raptors here, now he takes your red, now he takes your Krugs. I don't even think you're happy because yes, you asked me, okay, is 3 camps and is a kill and a dragon worth 3 camps? I would probably say yes, but the thing is, you don't have to trade. You don't have to do a choice where you have to choose between the camps or the dragon. You could have done dragon and then do all 3 camps, or you could have done all 3 camps and then done the dragon. You shouldn't have to choose one or the other. You should be able to get both. Sorry, it's buffering. Give me a second. I don't know what's up with my internet. But the point still stands. I mean, I get more time to talk about what was buffering. You could do all 3 camps, clear it down, then do dragon, or you could have done dragon 40 seconds ago, and then you would have been there in time to defend your camps. The idea of getting this dragon and then trading your camps, to me, makes no sense. And if he's good, then you will always lose these top camps. And if you don't, he's just bad, which is like, not like doesn't mean it's a proper play, you know? No idea why you're invading him here. You have 2,000 gold. You have no flash, no ult. You have first of all, you have no indication if these camps are up or down. Yes, they could be up because he could have taken your camps. Also, he could have easily just not taken your camps if the camps are down. If he is here, let's say you walk here and you face check him, I'm pretty sure you lose 1v1. Because you might be like, oh, I'm 202, bro. You've been sitting on this much money for the last 5 minutes, and you have no ult. And at this point in the game, he is level 6, so you're actually down ults here. So you would die here. Did you see him? Did you see him top or something? No, we never saw him getting top or anything. So there's no reason why he can't be here. So this is like suicide. If you walk in here, let's say he's in this bush for whatever reason, you're just dead. You have no flash to flash away. Like, and he has ult, you don't, so you lose the 1v1. So I think this is terrible again. And if he is taking your camps, maybe you'd be in time to defend them, but the longer you spend doing whatever the fuck you just did, the higher chance, the slower you are to defend them. And this guy is just bad. He ended up never taking any of your camps, so you end up getting rewarded. But again, that doesn't. It's about it's not about the results. It's about learning habits and understanding what you're doing wrong and what you're doing well, right? Okay, the Raptors, the red. I think now you could. I think instead of doing now, if I was you, I would jump over the wall now and start grubs. Why? You just hit level 7. When you saw him, he was level 6. You know you have low advantage. You obviously know you have an advantage for the same reason you've gotten kills he hasn't. And now your mid laner's back. Before you didn't want to do them like now, for example, because right now your mid laner's dead. Right? I mean, not here yet, but right now, and your ult's down. See, your ult's down, and your mid laner's dead. But now, if you go for it, now their mid laner's dead, and your ult's back up. So here you have ult advantage, mid advantage. You also have top prio, so you have actually like 4 different advantages, bro. You have item advantage, low advantage, top prio, mid prio, a low advantage. It's every advantage book. If he's soloing them right now, like he's just sneaking the grubs, and I'm you, I'm devastated. I'm like, oh my god, how did this guy get the grubs when I'm like so much stronger, you know? Again, he ends up not doing them because this guy is literally terrible, but the point still stands. Okay. Do all the grubs. I think now you should just immediately base it. You should have Dawn, if I know my numbers, right? So if you have Dawn, you should immediately base. If you don't have Dawn and you're like close, then staying for Dawn makes sense. I'm like 99% sure you have Dawn and base. So if you have it, you should just base and then run from base to wolves, and you'll just jump over this wall with QE. I guess we'll find out in a second. Bot's fighting, so you skip Grom to come, makes sense. You help take this wave in, you end up killing this guy. I think you have a really bad habit of always like. Sometimes I tell people it's good that they just get the E off because they just want to get a guarantee. QE is not always guaranteed, and that's a very like that's a lot of Dynamo players have the opposite habit where they only QE, only QE, only Q. And I tell them that's a bad habit. Sometimes they need to be able to just press E without Q just to guarantee the jump. You have the complete opposite where I've seen you E more than QE this game. There has to be a balance where most of the time you use QE, but sometimes you just E. That's the perfect balance. You have, and then some players only QE and some players only E. You do the only E problem where like you're literally I think let's say you press E 5 times this game. I think 4 out of 5 of your E's have been without Q, and 1 of your 5 has been with Q. In this case, instead of flashing, first of all, you should never flash for a support kill, right? Our flash should be used on a dragon fight or on a team fight or to live. Here you could just Q's up in 1 second. I'll pause when your Q comes up. Your Q's up now. Here you could just QE here. Okay, wrong one. You could just Q E to this minion, and then you'll just E to him. And this guy dies to literally a single E damage plus 1 auto. He dies, right? And then you get to keep your flash. Instead, you just insta flash E, and yes, he dies, but yeah, I think you just shouldn't have to flash for a support kill. I don't think it's worth. How much gold did you get from killing this guy? 162. Do you think your flash is worth 162 gold? Right? Let's see, Chat Jungle's right again. Dawn is 550. Yeah, so I was right. So literally, the second you have the way it works is, the second you have a completed item, you should always be looking to base ASAP. And the only time you don't base ASAP is if there's like a really urgent event happening. Like right now you have your item, you should base unless like top lane is fighting to death right now, or mid's fighting to death right now, or let's say Kha'Zix just showed bot side, and you know his entire top side's up, then you take a stop side because that's kind of urgent. You could take a stop side now, but you might not be able to take a stop side 40 seconds from now. So that's just a very urgent time-based play that has to happen right now, or you could only do it right now. If you have item, you should always base. So in this case, you have your item, so you should just insta base. And also, again, it's literally the same time going from here to wolves, and from here to wolves, you see the line's the exact same. If anything, this is faster because of home guards, right? So you literally be at the wolves at the exact same time, but you'd have full item, you know. So you should definitely have based earlier, and I definitely don't think flashing for this kills earlier. And then same thing here, you should just base for item. Walking 8 seconds all the way to Grump when this Grump doesn't give you anything makes no sense. You got a glowing mode because of that. Actually, no, you didn't get a glowing mode because you left face with this. You see, you have 400 gold. That Gromp gave you 100 gold. So even if you would have bought these exact same two items, you know. Anyways, now we should just clear down towards the dragon and play dragon. Anytime the game is going this well and you're this fed, you should only care about objectives. Objectives. Dragons, heralds, grubs. I don't even think you should be left side. I want you to just live in this bot jungle and not let them walk in, not let them get vision, and just start this on spawn. I don't want you to be on this side of the map. I want you to be on this side of the map. Okay, we go start Herald, the Dragon instantly, we get it, beautiful, good job. Go to our Wolves now. And now I ask you, what's the next objective? Next objective is Herald, so now we are playing for the Herald when it spawns. And this is fine, Herald's not spawning for a bit, so we have some free time to spend bot lane, I have no problem with this. Good QE, good ult, nice. QE on the brand, you miss Q, it happens. It's fine, it ends up being 1-for-1. Support die for jungle die, that's completely chill, not a big deal. Get the Grump base. Now we play for the Herald, do Krugs, Red, Raptors, and then play for Herald on spawn. Do Scuttle. The Fury gets caught. We try to come save her. Let's watch this. Yeah, I mean, again, same thing. It's definitely a bad habit. You have to break it. Like there is no reason here when you press your Q's up, literally coming up. There is no reason why you can't just wait half a second and just QE. Your Q is gonna guarantee land. He's stuck. He's in Yasuo ult animation. He can't get out of it. He's stuck in animation. So just wait, literally fucking 0.25 second, like a quarter second, and then just QE, and you're gonna get more damage because Q damage. You're gonna get your E reset, and again, there's no chance he can dodge it because like he's stuck in animation. He literally can't move out of it. He can't cancel it. So it's definitely you need to break this habit. One or two times that's fine. You've literally done more naked E's than QEs in this game, and by a big margin. I genuinely think you would have killed this guy and lived if you had the extra, if you landed the extra Q, and you would have an extra E. And this is obviously huge because this is like you get a huge shutdown. Nolus dies because you die as well, and also because you're dead now you can do the Herald. Normally, if you win that fight, you get the Herald, and Yasuo gets mid tower. So that's like a multiple 1,000 gold swing. Yasuo got 1,000 gold from killing you. He got the mid tower. Blah blah. Also, I want to imagine you had flash for this fight, right? Well, you had flash for this fight, actually. Never mind. But yeah, I definitely think this fight should have been winning. Also, this game, I think I just realized they're full AD. So this is a game where you should actually they have Brand. It's fine. You can go Stark. I was gonna say you could go Towers this game because most of their damage is Tristana, um, Yasuo, and the Fury. Oh, sorry, not the Fury. Who's their jungler? I forget. The Kha'Zix. So they have 3 heavy ADs, and then their 2 APs is Malphite top, which doesn't really matter, and then Brand. I think Sorks is fine because you're snowballing, but this could have been a good top buys game as well. It's preference, but as long as you're aware of the and this is really bad. Again, when this game's so well, the only thing you should be caring about is objective. What objective is spawning is dragon. If you don't want to pull dragon right now because you don't have ult for 20, that makes sense. But you should still stick around with your teammates, like stay in the area. Plus, you could also be doing like crab, which is just like getting vision for the dragon, right? Right now, I think you should win a dragon fight. If you go over this wall and your team starts fighting, this is like bad news bears. Like if your team fights right now and loses, you just lost dragon. Doesn't matter if you have ult up or ult down. If your team dies before dragon, there's no way you're fighting dragon because you can't fight 5v1 if your entire team dies, right? In this case, your team ends up winning, but you have no control over the fact that your team won. It's just pure luck, right? Okay, nice. We get our item. Perfect. Clear down. Next objective is Baron. So operation is just play for Baron. Make sure no one dies. Get a pick before Baron. If we get a pick before Baron, we get the free Baron. Trace this Yasuo down. 20 years. He runs away. It's fine. Get midwave. Might catch a jump to my lap. We're fighting top here. Nice. I like the good E, dodging the brand thing. Like here in this case, I'm not saying only QE. Using your E by itself is completely fine and needed when in sticky situations. In this case, it's good because if you didn't E here, you would have got hit by full brand combo and probably die, right? But the fact that you E'd here to the minion to survive is really good. And now these two should die. You should instantly spam Ping Baron. I don't know why you're. Yeah, pinging Dragon's bad here. It's not bad, but like this is a lost opportunity. Right now, you just do Baron. If Baron is 3v5, right? There's 5 people on my team alive. There's 3 people enemy team alive, so you have number advantage, right? Um, the way it works is if they come into fight, if they come to contest Baron, then you'll win the fight because there's no bigger advantage in league than number advantage, and obviously with a 3v5, that's a really big number advantage. And if they don't come, that just AKA means you get free Baron, which also means you win the game. So I think here you should be pulling Baron. Especially because you're Dan, like you're actually a really good Baron taker. You have a shield, you obviously do good damage with Dusk. And now with Kha'Zix, now you should also definitely spam Ping Baron. They have no jungle, they have no smite. I guess you could say it's the safe plays waiting for Soul, which is what you're doing. Again, it's not terrible. I just think that I think what you're doing right now is literally riskier than doing Baron. To put it in perspective, because if you die right here, and then if a team pulls Baron, well then you lose the game. Or if you die right here, then you're dead for you potentially are dead for the soul, right? So I think if you want to argue, I don't want to pull Baron because it's what's the word? It's risky. That's fine, but you better be doing something like playing super safe, which this is not. What you're doing right now is not super safe. So if you're gonna do this, then you should just not done Baron instead. Okay, do Dragon on spawn. Okay, we get Soul. Now we should be playing to do Baron. What does that mean? Make sure none of my teammates get picked, and if we get a single 1 or 2 picks, we should instantly pull it. And spamming Baron. I see 3 enemies dead. Instead of chasing a fucking Kha'Zix, how about we just go do Baron? If 3 enemies dead, when Yuna responds, Yasuo responds, and then it's still gonna be the same thing. 5v3. You're gonna have 5 teammates alive in 10 seconds, and they're gonna have Tristana and Malphite dead. You gotta be doing Baron or recognizing Baron way earlier. And now we pull it when the entire enemy team is alive, so our number of advantages is gone. I think you can still win because you're stronger, but why Tristana just happens to show bot pushing bot for some reason. But you get the idea. And then he stole it. Who would, you know what I mean? Who would have guessed? Your Nihilus is in here. Yeah, I mean, I think you've had 3 really good opportunities to pull Baron. The one time you pull it is when your Nihilus isn't with you and all 5 enemies are alive. You see how it makes no sense? It looks like you win this game anyways because you guys are so fed, but that could be game losing. So I guess it's just recognizing number advantage. I have number advantage. I can force any fight I want. I don't have numbers. We're even numbers. So then I just play slower, wait for my team, play together, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, looks like that is it. But in total, pretty good VOD. If you have any questions, message me on Discord. Chat Jungle on Discord. But yeah, decent VOD. Good job.